Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network. Jenessa McKray joining us here from Frisco Body Contouring and Weight Loss. And she joins us again today, and we're going to actually get a little bit of a show, which I love. Go to friscobodycontouring.com, and we're going to talk to her today about more of the work that her and her team are doing to really help you with your body. And there's so much to it, and there's a lot that she does. So let me have her introduce herself to start. Hello.
Hello, Jill. Thank you for having me on again.
Well, thank you for being here. And please introduce yourself to everyone.
So my name's Jenessa, owner of Frisco Body Contouring, and we're currently in the process of changing the name to Ageless Wellness because that's what it is. You're basically just reversing the aging process backwards. So excited to be here again and kind of explain what we do because it is a little bit different than every other. We're not your typical med spa is what I like to say.
Yes, you are not. Tell us about some of the services that you do. And by the way, before we do that, you are also very well qualified as a nurse practitioner, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
All right. Well, what are some of the things you do over there?
So what we do is we put packages together that are specific and custom to somebody's need. So say you were to come in and you're like, I want this. We'd look at you and be like, well, I don't think that might be the best option for you. Let's combine say our iCoon, which is behind me right now, and some MP squared for some skin tightening. So everybody's different, and we're not just going to sell you a package just to sell you a package.
Oh, and what is the iCoon? Tell us. What exactly is this machine?
So the iCoon, this is the first one in Texas. Most everybody else has it in California, New York, where you're at, Miami. I know Paris Hilton had one in her personal house. Unfortunately for Paris Hilton, I know. Heard such the bad news. So I know I thoughts and prayers, but the iCoon does a lymphatic drainage. It also has a red light and a laser in there. So it's able to sculpt and tone the body, and you can customize the programs to whatever you want. So if you're like, hey, I don't like the crepey skin on my knees, we can work on the crepey skin on your knees, but you also don't like the extra fat on your stomach, you can do that at the same time. So in an hour, you can customize a lot.
Oh my goodness. I love it.
But it feels like a nice relaxing massage. That's the best part.
And what parts of the body are we using it on?
Everywhere, anywhere and everywhere you want to. So it does an entire lymphatic massage. So you'll start from the front to the back and it does an entire massage. And then also you can work your arms, you can work your stomach, you can work the skin of your arms, you can work the fat of your arms, you can work your neck, you can work your face. You name it, you can do it.
Oh, and how often should we be getting these treatments?
2 to 3 times a week, especially initially.
Okay.
And you want a number of 6 to 12.
And then is it permanent or is it really a maintenance thing where we have to come back?
We definitely recommend maintenance. Just like anything, liposuction, any type of fat reduction you do, it can be permanent if you keep up your lifestyle. But at the same time, this iCoon really helps to, it's like microneedling. It stimulates the collagen of the skin without the pain. And so when it comes to maintenance, we're all aging. So in order to continue the health of our skin, it's always good to do maintenance. So it helps the crepiness.
I love it. And let me ask, you've been doing this for quite some time. You're loving the results. Is this the latest and greatest machine that's out there? Because I never heard of it until, was it last week we spoke for the first time or the week before? Mm-hmm. But I never heard of it. And there's new technology all the time. What is something else that, it compares to this? Is it the Bliss? Is that the other one?
I don't think there's really anything that compares to it. Oh. I mean, I love it. It's just the fact that there's so many people that their lymphatic system, it just isn't working properly. And so the more you're able to flush that lymphatic system, the better you start to lose fat, the better you feel, people sleep better. And it's just we call it like our relaxation room. And a lot of people just mentally get a lot out when they come in here. And it's like a psychology session therapy session at the same time.
And wow. And I mean, there's also other machines that you're using too, right? Do you want to share, or do you want to do more about the iCoon? Tell me, what else is there to know?
So much. We really like to pair the iCoon with our red light. So it's like a relaxation day. You'll do the red light for 25 minutes. And then right after that, you'll come and do a lymphatic massage. So the 25 minutes of dedicated red light to open up the cells. And the more hydrated you are, the better it works. And then after that, we'll put you on the iCoon and then we'll flush all those fat cells out.
Ooh. And what is the red light doing as well, if you don't mind just breaking that down for us a little?
The red light helps with pain, inflammation, helps with collagen reproduction, but it also helps to open up the pore of the cell and detox that fat cell. So it actually shrinks the fat cell.
Ah,
Helps
wow.
with hair restoration as well. So the red light is it's very, very good for all over natural wellness.
Amazing. And you offer it's a virtual consult too, right? There's something that you offer on the website. I know it's a free consultation, but is it actually showing, is it showing your body to transform, or what is that part about?
No, we do a virtual consultation, and it's able to like give you an idea of the type of machines you want. In order to really, really do a consultation, it's much better to see you.
Of
Because some
course,
people
hands
say I
on.
have hands-on is always better. But it gives us a good idea of what you need and when we talk to you on the phone and what we can really pair it together for you.
Oh my goodness. All
But
right.
some people say, "Oh, I have cellulite," when truly they don't. It's just they need to build some muscle and it's loose skin. So that's why it's way better to see you in person. But we
Yeah.
do virtual consultations for the weight loss injections, trizipatide and semaglutide, if you're not interested in body contouring.
Oh my goodness. Body contouring, the medical weight
Yeah.
loss injections. What else? Do you also have some other machines? Another one that is, I've heard of M Sculpt, but it's not M Sculpt. It's a newer version. What is it called? M Sculpt
M-Sculpt
Neo.
Neo.
Yes.
Yeah.
What is
So
that
the
all
M-Sculpt
about?
Neo uses radio frequency, where the M-Sculpt in the past, it only just did builds muscle. This one kills the fat cell and builds muscle all at the same time. So one of my favorite things to do is you can do buddy abs with somebody. So you can split the cost of the session because the paddles are going to go off regardless, and then each person can do one of their abs and bring a friend.
Oh, wow. I love this stuff. And there's the Venus Bliss. Now, I love seeing is believing, and there's amazing before and afters. I'm not sure if you could share your screen, but yeah, we need to go to the website. You guys, if you can't share your screen, friscobodycontouring.com to really see the advantages, the befores and afters. So, I mean, let's say, Icun is the latest and greatest, right? Tell me like the difference in what you're seeing. I'm
Right.
seeing stomachs that were like big and like they're like small and smooth, right?
Yeah. Most people say their skin just starts to feel better, their clothes start to feel better, and they're sleeping better. Like I said, that's probably the number one thing. You just don't realize how much the inner cellular process helps with everything else.
Wow. Okay. Well, yeah, wish I lived closer. I have some friends that have med spas out here. We do some stuff here and there. But one of the things is I also that I'm never committed. Like I'll start the treatment and then I don't, like my facial lasers treatments and then I don't continue. So there's got to be a way to keep that client coming back, right? Right?
Oh,
Um, what do you suggest?
well, we're pretty stringent. When you sign up with us, you actually have a commitment policy form that you can see because we want you to get the best results. And in order to
And you're
do
paying
that,
for it, so come back
yeah.
in a timely
Hmm.
manner, or else the results that you get from the first treatment to the next, it's not going to be as good. It's not going to be as steady.
Exactly. And we also make sure that like when we're building you that custom treatment plan, we do it for a schedule that will work with your work schedule. Because if you can't come twice a week, there's no point in us writing the IQN in for a twice a week plan when you're not going to be able to make it. So we take that in consideration as well.
And what are your hours, by the way? Are you there in the mornings, evenings, weekends? I mean, that's a big commitment on your behalf. But you're right, because people have work schedules and everything's different. What are the hours for the most part?
We're here from 8 to 7
Oh,
Eight to
wow.
7 Monday through Thursday, 8 to 6 Monday through Friday.
Oh, wow.
I mean, Friday, sorry, not Monday through Friday. And
So
then
you're here
Saturday
a
and
lot.
Sunday, yeah, but it's Saturday and Sunday, it's appointment only for our kind of established customers.
Interesting. Ah, I just wish.
Yeah.
I mean, this is beautiful work. Laser lipo too. You do? What is
Laser
that?
lipo, we use our Venus Bliss for that one. That's the strongest laser we have. It's a 1064 laser diode, which just means that the strongest laser, and it's good for those stubborn areas that you just can't get rid of with everything else. So love handles, belly fat, arm fat. It works really good. And then we like to combine that with our M Sculpt Neo. So for example, for arms and those you just carry weight in your arms. Because I always say genetics is a bitch, right? We
It
carry
is.
weight.
I love it. I love your honesty. It's true. Yep.
It's true. You were born with genetics that sometimes it doesn't matter how much you work out, how much you eat right.
Nope.
You still have those stubborn areas. So we like to do the Venus Bliss on the arm, and then we'll go with the M Sculpt Neo and build the muscle for the tricep and the bicep, and then it lifts up the arm altogether, and it works really, really well.
Now, quick question with that, with the muscle stimulation. Can you use that if you had a hernia surgery? Just curious on the stomach area.
As long as the hernia is fixed.
Got it. It's
If it
not going to
hasn't
rip
been
the stitches
fixed,
apart. Like I'm just scared. 'Cause I've done like a regular like type of AccuFit in the past, and I'm just curious if I do it again now, how that's going to affect me.
yeah, the number one thing you can't do if you have a open hernia is the venous laser, because there is potential that it could actually put a hole into your intestines, and that's not a good thing.
Got
So,
it.
um,
And we've talked about obviously a lot of female clientele, but there's a lot of male clients too, right? So,
mhm.
ladies, talk to your husband about this. Talk to your significant other because, or maybe they're talking to you about it these days. What is like the clientele? Are you seeing a lot more men, like a higher percentage of men coming in these days?
Yes, we starting to, and I think I just said last time on the show too, they're my favorite because they
Yeah.
will,
Tell
yell
everyone.
our
They're like preaching from the rooftop, right? Like, look what I had done.
exactly,
They're not as
exactly.
shy as
So,
us. Like, well, I did just get Botox. You know, it's like, oh, I
yeah,
just did some laser. Yeah,
yeah,
they're like proud of it. It's cool, and we are too. It's sometimes we're a little, we're hesitant to share what we're doing because we get embarrassed.
yeah, yeah. They're like, "Oh, you look good. Oh, thank you so much." And I'm like, "Hey, did you tell him why you look good?" No, I didn't. I'm like, "Well, we give referral bonuses, $100," and even then, sometimes they don't want to say anything.
I've never heard of that. I've heard of like
Oh
bonus,
yeah,
$100 bonuses. That's a lot.
yeah. I think that there's value in our clients, right? Like I really
Wow,
appreciate when people refer people into us because that's huge, and word of mouth is huge, and that's the number one thing you try to grow your business off of. So
amazing.
like-minded people hang out with like-minded people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so the more you can get those amazing clients in, why not reward them? It doesn't make sense to me why you wouldn't.
Yeah, and you told me last time about it was your own struggle with your own weight, right? When you were
Hmm.
younger, right? That kind of got you into this. I mean, obviously going to school, becoming a nurse practitioner is huge, but could you share that story just so it resonates with people about how you've been there and
Yeah.
from inside out, you know how it feels.
Yes, I was a collegiate athlete, went to college.
Basketball.
And, yeah,
Yes,
basketball.
coming
Yeah.
back to me. Okay, yeah.
I went to school at like 165 pounds, and that was like me working my ass off to get to that weight. And then I blew up just because I wasn't happy at college to like 200 pounds. And then ever since then, I just battled on and off. And I'd do meal prep, I'd work out twice a day, even after I was done with basketball. And the weight just never left. And so I was stressing my body out too much. My cortisol levels were too high. My mental health wasn't good. And so all that plays a role in weight loss. And so that's what really got me into all this. Selfishly, every single machine I've got, whether it be for the face or for the body, it's for myself.
Oh, well, thank you for
So
sharing that. And,
yeah.
in Frisco, you mentioned where specifically where you're located. Could you tell us? I know it's near the practice facility. Frisco's big, but what's the name of the shopping center that you're across the street from?
We're right off of Preston. So Preston and Lebanon area. There's a Hobby Lobby right near us. There's an ER. So it's really off of a really busy street and then kind of caddy about 5 minutes from the Star, which is the headquarters for the Cowboys.
Yes, perfect. Thank you. All right. Well, what else do you want to share about your machines, your drive, your energy, your team, your staff, and your committed clients?
I think my team is something that you'll value when you come in here. They might be young, but they know their stuff, one. And then two, they just are very caring. I think I've developed a culture here that I'm very proud of. And everybody feels that energy when you walk in. So that's why I say it's not your typical like hoity-toity, super stuffy. We're just real. We're genuine. We want you to get real results. And if you're midway through, you're like, man, I can't tell a difference. Well, let's educate you first. Is it your diet? What are you doing outside of here? And maybe we just picked the wrong machines for you. Everybody's different. And so we will switch up your package midway through if we need to.
Got it.
So the caring individuals that they are, I think that's what people feel when they come in here.
Mm-hmm. I love it. I love it. And this is the time of year. It's the winter season, right? Most downtime, a lot less sun out there, no matter where you are, right? Even in
Yes.
Texas, I'm assuming not people are not getting as much sun exposure, but we do believe in the sunblock 24/7 still, right?
100%. Sunblock is huge. And yes, now is the time to do all the lasers. So I always say body contouring is not just your body, it's your face too, right? It goes, everything's one. So we do a lot of stuff to contour the face as well without doing Botox and fillers. You can do a
Yep.
lot of stuff naturally.
There's one in particular. I'm on the website right now, the friscobodycontouring.com, and there's one stomach in particular. I'm just shocked. It's a woman, and she did the eye coon, the red light, and MP2, which I'm going to ask what MP2 is, but she
Mhm.
had a stomach like my mother. It was very, not only flabby, it was like wrinkly, dimply, shall I say.
Mhm.
And then the after picture, she looks like she's got a 20-year-old body. I,
Uh, wonder which one you're looking at.
I'm in shock. I could tell you if I'm on the website, if you go down to like there's the three pictures, there's three pictures. The second row, she's wearing like an aqua panty, and she has a
Oh
belly
yeah,
ring.
that one.
I, I
Yeah,
it looks like it's an old woman. Then you look at the
yeah,
next picture, then she looks like it's a 20-year-old.
yeah. She gained a lot of weight from a pregnancy and those stretch marks. That's my favorite part. The MP squared really helps to build the collagen, and so I love how it lifted her stomach too.
That is my best picture that I'm looking at that I've seen. What is MP? I called it MP2. What is it? MP squared? What is it?
We say MP squared. It's just basically it feels like a hot stone massage, but it's radio frequency to really help build the collagen because that's all stretch marks are, right? Your stomach's expanded, the skin is stretched. And so we're trying to build the collagen in that area, and that's what lifts the stomach and then decreases those stretch marks.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I wish I can come down and build my customizable treatment plan, but I can't. For those that are in the area, you can reach out for that virtual consultation. And, what do you love most about what you do and these people that you're so helping? I mean, it's got to feel good.
Yeah, I just love seeing their personalities change. I have one client that started with me a year ago. She's lost over 100 pounds, but she looks like she's lost like 150 just because of all the body contouring. We helped her build muscle. And before, she was grumpy. And now she jokes, she laughs. You can see the demeanor of her personality change. And I'll never forget when I was like, man, you're really looking good. And she's like, I can't tell the difference. She's like, but I didn't have to use an extender on the airplane. And I'm like, that's huge. So now to see how far she's come from that and just see like she's more positive, she's more motivating, like she's just a whole different person. And I don't think that sometimes we realize how much that our weight plays a role. And my number one thing is I think you have to love yourself first. And I think that's what most all of us take for granted, whether you're a mother or you're taking care of your parents or you let work get in the way. We all
Yeah.
forget to love ourselves first. And so health is wealth, and you can't do any of that until you actually take care of yourself and feel
It's,
confident about yourself too.
yeah, it's so true. And it just goes such a long way. I mean, technology, I can't believe how things have changed. And, I remember back in, it's like, 30 years ago, my mom got like liposuction. It seemed like so long ago, right? Like, what was liposuction? But now, which is, there's a place for everything, but your
Mhm.
machines are doing the same job, less invasive. And, huh? This is amazing.
Much less invasive. I always tell people like it doesn't mean that it's not going to work. You just have to figure out like this is a slower process and you have to put in the work. So a lot of times when you do these type of machines and you actually put in the work outside of here, it's going to stay. You get liposuction and never change your relationship with food or anything else. It doesn't matter. You're going to go back to having needing liposuction again. So, and that fat can
Hmm.
go in a different area. So if they liposuction your stomach, you might get like Popeye arms afterwards, I always say.
Yeah,
So,
and then I hear about, I know nothing about this, but I've heard of people doing filler, but I heard about the fat transplant thing, like where they're taking
mm,
fat from different parts of your body and injecting it in lines. Like, I'm so confused how that would even work because I'm like, doesn't the fat just dissipate? And the fat that you're taking out, is it going to grow somewhere else? Like, that confuses me. But yeah, I think less invasive would be best, right?
Yeah, I think our world's going to like a less invasive mindset. Um, so I think it's growing. It's growing in that industry. There's a lot of stuff that you can do, and like you heal your body intracellularly. You just
Mm-hmm.
look and feel so much better instead of just covering up the problem.
Got it.
And that's what we're good at doing, right?
Yeah.
For everything, we cover stuff up. So
So, you mentioned the underarms. We're talking stomachs, we're talking thighs. What about the buttocks area? What are we doing here at, Frisco Body Contouring that can help shape up our butt?
M Sculpt Neo. So usually when women come in here and they just don't, a lot of times it's very hard for us to build muscle in the glutes, and so we use M Sculpt Neo really to build that muscle, and then make sure you're eating a lot of protein.
And could you just share it again exactly what that is, how long it takes? And, M Sculpt is, I remember it for the abs, but that's for the butt too. Yeah, explain it to
You
us. I'm sorry. If I'm confused, people are confused too, I'm assuming, right? Unless you guys are
you
experts.
you can put the M Sculpt anywhere on the body. So they even have a functional medicine program. You can put on the arms, you can put on the glutes. For the glutes, you just don't turn the radio frequency on um, too high because it'll burn the fat. So we just do it for skin tightening and to build the muscle. So the same M Sculpt you put on the abs, you can also put on the glutes.
Now, could I ask this M Sculpt? It's dissolving, heating up to burn, like to dissolve the fat. But like I've tried the cool sculpting years ago. That's freezing the fat. Are people still
Hmm.
doing that? What is it, similar or just totally two different techniques?
Totally two different techniques. I hear people are still doing cool sculpting. I actually had a lady come in just the other day that wasn't happy with her results, and she said it hurt like hell when she did cool sculpting. So um, I know it's effective. People do still do it, but I think that you'd risk more of a chance with freezing those fat cells. And I have heard of a lot of people getting some skin burns or some deformities from it.
Yeah,
So the lasers can also burn the skin. There's always a risk,
there's a
but
risk with anything. But when I did the cool sculpting for my stomach, I did a few sessions. I remember, and there was one. It I was in tears, in pain. I know no pain, no gain, but it was so cold that it became so hot, and I felt like I was on fire. And my the woman was trying to like talk to me after the procedure, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, I can't talk. I can't. I started crying, and I'm like, I can't talk because I'm in so much pain right now. She didn't understand what was wrong with me. I'm
yeah.
like, it's hot, it's cold. Yeah. But like you said, but we all want to look better when it comes down to. But can I also ask, besides the body sculpting, what other things are you doing? Hormone replacement therapies too, right?
No, we don't do hormone replacement therapies. We do hair restoration, which that's one of my favorites. My hair's gotten a lot thicker from it. We use exosomes, and everything we do is really pain free. Even the hair restoration, we use our ultra laser to microneedle areas into the hair, and then we put exosomes in. And then the face, I think the face is that goes in line with body contouring. So
Mm-hmm.
we do a lot of stuff to rebuild the collagen of the face. So we have M Face, which is the same as M Sculpt Neo. It builds the muscle in the face and raises our cheeks. And there's a picture online of my face using it from before and after, actually. And you can see how much it helped with my smile lines and just overall the volume of my face, where before it was kind of sunken.
Really? Wow, it's so funny.
Hmm.
Someone told me the other day that you're a little sunken in. You should get filler, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm nervous. Like I've tried sculpture a few years ago, but I could do something like that.
Hmm. Yeah, they call it like the natural facelift.
Wow.
Yeah. We also have an ultra laser, works really well for pigmentation, and there's no downtime. Your skin just kind of feels like sandpaper. Again, because I'm my own guinea pig, on the website, you can see the discoloration, all my freckles from before and after using that laser. And it just after 2 sessions, it made a world of difference. But it also helps with wrinkles, pigmentation, um, and
Does
just
it
kind of gives you an
actually
overall
remove the
glow.
freckles?
Yeah, the sun damage. It won't remove the freckles. I mean, but the sun
Oh,
damage, a lot of times we think that they're freckles, or I mean, we think they're
you
like
think
moles it won't remove. Yeah. So a lot of times it's just the underlying sun damage.
amazing, amazing. All right, we're almost out of time. We got 2 minutes left on the clock here, and I'm glad you're joining us today to talk more about all the wonder and the beauty from what you do, and really how you're helping so many people out in Frisco. How did you kind of want to sum up today's show, and what else would you like to add to your listeners?
We'd love to see you. come on in for a consult. You can reach us at 469-476-1016, or I do recommend going to friscobodycontouring.com and just doing the virtual consultation. Kind of gives us an idea of what you're looking for and you an idea. That's always a great place to start. And as soon as you fill that out, our office will contact you within business hours, usually within the first 30 minutes. So
perfect. And can I also just ask about, the expense aspect? Not everybody has the money up front. Do you offer financing as well?
Yes, we have Care Credit and Cherry Credit. Those are the two options.
Perfect. So it can
and then
happen.
we do in-store credit back. So once you buy a package, so for example, say it's $2,000, you get $200 back, because we know sometimes it can be a journey, and you can use that towards your next package. And they're pretty good in-store rebates. So,
ooh, we like hearing this. We like all the perks. And any specials or anything that's happening now that we should be aware of?
No specials right now. Just you got to get ready for summertime, January 2025. It's time to thrive. New year, new you.
Oh, my goodness. I got to check out this Icun. I'm coming down. I'm going to do, and that's a good excuse. Well, I have to go 2 to 3 times per week, right? Icun, you said, is Icun 2 to 3 times per week, you said?
Yeah, 2 to 3 times a week is ideal.
Yeah, I just got to fly down to Texas for the weekend, right? Could you imagine? Oh,
well,
my
luckily
goodness.
they have them in New York, but that would be awesome.
I know. I got to do some more research, but it's always great speaking with you. We love the new year, the whole rejuvenation factor, the whole self-care. That's what it's all about, and it's so funny. New Year's resolutions, I think for years, everyone, attributes it to weight loss, which is looking better, and which is now not just weight loss. It's, sculpting. It's, right? It's getting rid of cellulite. It's toning, but it's also toning like with machines and not working out at the gym as much. So all these amazing machines that you offer. Emsculpt Neo. This is so cool. I love talking about it. I love speaking with you. And clearly you have great clients who are raving about you and bringing their friends and family in. And like you mentioned, it's $100 referral bonus. That's pretty impressive. Yes. That's impressive. Yeah. All right. How do we reach out to you one more time? Tell us again.
FriscoBodyContouring.com. And our phone number is 469-476-1016.
Thank you so much, Jenessa. Always a pleasure.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll chat again next week. And thanks for showing us the little machine as well.
All right. Sounds good. Have a good day.
You too. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Right. To all of our listeners, stay tuned. We'll be right back with more. Thank you.
Bye.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
Hi, this is Terry Crews, actor, former football player, game show host, father of 5, and all-around big dude. I'm also an expert on drama. I know all kinds of drama. There's the good kind that comes with having a house full of kids. There's the bad kind like season-ending injuries. There's the necessary kind like having an agent in Hollywood. And there's silly drama like the drama around my percolating pectorals. And then there's the drama you can skip.
Skip the drama that comes with not having your high school diploma or equivalency. Find free adult education classes near you and finish your high school diploma. Visit finishyourdiploma.org.
Or text diploma to 97779. Message and data rates may apply. Reply STOP to opt out. That's diploma to 97779. And leave the drama to actors like me.
Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.